So then listen to the statement you provide to the police. The statement for me we provided to the police, we told them that it shoot our eight door yesterday. If I hit door, you people hit. They were not hit door. Which one the door you hit? The door we hit, one door from West Point, one of our friends. And in fact, the door that we hit, it was door that was killed in the net time, and they got roasted door. You put two police investigators and you put all the door from West Point. And then when you put
All right. Yes, I would like to officially welcome you to today's edition of the program inside this number 10. Wherever you are following us, this is all like to say good evening to you, good night, good morning, good afternoon to you based on your geographical location. My name is Mohammed Kanneh, and I am your regular Thursday friend. What we what we envisage in Liberia is peace. As we go to the pool on October 10th of this year, we have less than 3 months to go to the pool. Less than 3 months to go to the pool. What we hope the electors make the rightful decision. What we hope and pray to see is the electors making the rightful decision out there. Liberia cannot get better until we ourselves, until Liberians can start to grow, until the minds of the people in this country can change. We will not grow. The man from Pakistan, the man from Dubai cannot change this country. They will come and make the worst. They will come and make the biggest donation to our country. It is only upon us to bring the necessary change. That is not the Liberia we envisage. We envisage a peaceful Liberia. The democracy our people fought for. This is not the democracy we are seeing. The democracy of the likes of Baker Matthews, the likes of Tobanati Poter, the multi-party democracy system they fought for. This is not the multi-party democracy we are seeing here. So we invested in good Liberia. We hope to see a Liberia where when we are old, when we are in our old age, we can be able to narrate the stories. We can be able to tell our young people. We can be able to tell our children, our great children, our friends, our uncles, that this is not a Liberia we envisage. Okay. So folks, wherever you are following us, this is the Focal on TV. Yeah, we bring innovation to broadcasting. This is the biggest media hub within District number 13. And at about this time on the online platform, this is the Foca Online TV. I am your regular Thursday friend. And just to provide a lineup for you on today, we will have Representative Aspirant Ayuba Dauda Soare, who is testing for the representative seat of District number 13 on the National Democratic Party, that which is the NDP. So at about 10 minutes past 5, we were also in our guest, and he is Dauda Soare, who is a representative contestant, who is a representative candidate in the pending election within our country. And we're going to be asking him all of the hard questions why he wants to lead. Why, at about this time, the people of district number 13 should consider Dauda Soare. So we're going to be asking him all of these questions. But on the flip side of that, while we await our studio guest, let me just play a little emphasis, or maybe let me just do my own analysis on few issues. There are a lot of things I thought to rumble on, but because of time, I do not have the time to rumble on these issues. And I hope next Thursday I can do that. Maybe next Thursday I will take about 20 to 25 minutes to talk on national issues district number 13 is confronted with. I will also place spotlight on that. But it is just the issue of we the young people recognizing certain people as our leaders, and at times we allow these people to control us in a negative manner, in a negative form. At times we allow these people to control us in a form where we becomes the victim. What am I trying to say is you cannot look at yourself and say I am a follower of Mr. X, Y, and Z. A, you have seen yourself. You have seen yourself lavishing in a total. You are seeing yourself lavishing in what we call regression, in a total regression, in a state of regression where you start to regret your action. For the past 2, 3, 4 days, we have been seeing, we have received a lot of calls, a lot of communications, people complaining that their banners has been torn off along the road, district number 13. And I was privileged to attend to a call from the Liberia National Police substation in district number 13, where two of those candidates' balloons were torn off. Solomon Tipo and that of Oscar Mena. The two of them, they are contesting for the highest seat within the district. You, as a resident of district number 13, if you have issues with him, go to the ballot boss and tell him that, Chief, you cannot be this person. Or you tell her, you cannot be the next lawmaker. You cannot be this person in our district. It is only done through the ballot box. But for you to allow yourself to go on the streets, you have been paid a little of nothing. At the end of the day, you told people ballot, you are seen, you got arrested, you are currently placed behind bar, and those who sent you, those who are the politicians that send you, they are at their houses enjoying themselves. They are sitting with their family, enjoying themselves. What we normally do in this country, it is absolutely wrong. We as young people, we have to muster the courage. We as young people, let's sit and ask ourselves what we want to achieve in this country after we have cast our votes, after we have gone to the pool to elect our next leaders. What do we expect from these people? If the man will come to you and tell you, John Brown, I will give you 50 United States dollars or maybe 1,000 Liberian dollars to go and tell Mr. XYZ Banner, tell him, what do I stand to benefit? Or you even look in his face and tell him to tell his son or his daughter to go and put someone banner down. These are some of the electoral violence we talk about on a daily basis. At the end of the day, you are caught by the Liberian National Police, you are placed behind bar, and those who sent you to do these things, they stay to their houses, they do nothing about it. At times, some of you will receive severe beating. This will not be strange to us as we go to the pool of this year. That there will be a lot of calls that will reach us. There will be a lot of calls that will reach us. Oh, Mo, the police are beating on some of us. The police, they are partisan police. It is about this time now you will start to say the police are partisan police. The police will only become partisan police when you have gone, when you have done wrong. What you're not supposed to do, if you do it, the police going to use the law on you. Let's take away this issue about partisan police. We as young people, not only the young people, but the old folks, the first time voters, do not be carried away. Do not allow people to use you to go and tear banner along the streets. Most especially in district number 13, I saw that with Dawda Soare, people tore his banner. I saw that video and I end it. And I saw another one with Solomon Chico and that of Oscar Mena. Their banners were torn off, and the person who did it, the person was caught right-handed in the day. Imagine in the day, for God in heaven's sake. Even if you are against Mr. Chico, you do not want him to be representative. Even if you are against Oscar Mena, you do not want him to be representative. Or Dawda Soare, you don't want any one of these people to be representative. You don't have to tear their banner. You just go to the pool and make the decision to make. We do not see anything necessary in that. These things are not okay for us. This is not the kind of behavior we want to see. At the end of the day, some of you will try to justify that what the person has done. Who determines who becomes the next lawmaker of the district? It is your voter card that determines who becomes the next lawmaker. It is the decision you make at the ballot board that going to determine who becomes the next lawmaker of the district. It is not by you tearing the person banner. It is not by you tearing the flyer. It is not about you using your t-shirt to pull holes into it. No, it is about you making that decision at the ballot box. The decision you make at the ballot box is going to determine who becomes the next lawmaker of the nation. And in so, for you to determine for you to get a decision, it is not about you going tearing people banner, you going using all kinds of invective against people. No, there is left after politics. These politicians will come, they will leave you in our red year. Those who are building the bridges, the the cosmetic development, those who are bringing those cosmetic development to you, they will leave you tomorrow. We will still remain right here. Mohammed will still be your friend. Mr. John Brown will still be your friend. Those people who are coming on you, the ones they have fought. It is not a bad thing. It is the right of every single Liberian. Once you meet the requirement, it is your right to contest. It is your constitutional right. I am not against anybody for contesting. That is their constitutional right. What am I saying to the young people and to the old folks or those who are in the constant habit of instigating violence? Even some of you who are contesting for this position are in the constant habit of instigating violence. And we feel it is not okay. These things are wrong. So we will stop there and then we usher in our guest. Because we are pressed with time, we will stop there and then our guest will come in because I just been informed by my producer that our guest is here already. So as soon as he come in, we will put him on the camera. So that is it. We are all young people. This person who you are doing all of those bad things against today, that man could be somebody who, yes, to come, you might end up running to him for an assistance. It is not really necessary for us to go in the for us to go to election with such mindset that once I'm not supporting this person, this man banner should not be posted at that junction. No single individual owns that community. That community is not owned by the community chairman. That community is not owned by the marketeers. That community is not owned by those who are the motorcyclists or the sunshine boys that are there. So we will stop here and then we will place our guest on the paper because he's already here. All right. So, folks, wherever you're following us, this is the Hook on TV, and we just witnessed the arrival of our guest in our studio, which is Mr. Dawda Ayuban Swari. I don't know whether Okay, Iva Dauda Swari. Yeah, I think that is it. So Chief, welcome. How are you by the way?
Thank you so much. I mean, thanks so much to you and the entire team here. I think you guys are doing very well. And I'd like to say congratulations to the Focal TV family and congratulations to the CEO and founder of this institution for envisioning this dream. I think it is a good beginning. And I appreciate him and also appreciate all who are making some efforts to propagate and disseminate information across the table. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much for the recommendation. I thought you have been dressed up with something resemble the All Liberian Coalition Party, but I'm seeing the National Development Party. Is it something went wrong during the selection process?
No, I mean, I left ACO long time even before the primary.
Okay.
So I just felt we needed a political inclusiveness.
Okay.
I have with me in my political movement people of diverse political ideologies. I have supporters of almost all of the major political parties who are supporting me. I mean, I have Visions who are executive members of my campaign. I have Unity partisans who are executive members of my campaign. I also have ANC partisans and Europeans who are members of my campaign team. So I thought supporting a particular presidential candidate, I mean, will not mean well for those who are supporting their respective political or presidential candidates. And that was also followed by other issues. I mean, as indicated in our communication cycle, the lack of readiness on the part of the party to take on national leadership.
Okay,
So
so we will come to that. In the first place, those who following the broadcast, they will want to know who is Mr. Soare, so you can better introduce yourself for the sake of the public.
thank you. So Ayuba G. Dahuda is a Liberian, a professional journalist, a trained classroom teacher, a guardian counselor, a youth developer, and I mean, I'm also an intellectual per excellence.
Yeah.
So, Ayuba Soare is a graduate of the University of Liberia with a degree in secondary education, and I also hold a diploma in journalism and public relations. I hold several other certificates in conflict resolutions and management from the Kofi Annan, and several other certificates. I can't remember the number of certificates I have with me currently in different disciplines and different field of studies. So Ayuba is a humble librarian, the CEO and founder of Key Institute of Vocational and Professional Studies, an institution that has impacted the lives of hundreds of young persons since 2021 up to current. It is now one of the and cosmetic political vocational schools that are not even registered with
So
the
who are
Ministry of
running the
Education.
cosmetic? So who are those that are running the cosmetics?
I mean, there are
Do
several,
you care to name some?
there are several contestants in the district. They know
No, but
themselves.
you talking
No,
about
I cannot dignify them. They know I can dignify them, but they know themselves. They run cosmetic vocational
no, but
programs.
that's what I'm asking you. So who are those that are in constant habit of doing that?
Beside Key Institute, every other candidate in the district
Mhm.
that established a quick impact vocational school in 6 months to election. That's cosmetic vocational program. And those people are not sincere. Those people want to use, I mean, the masses so they can ascend to power. And after that, believe me, other guys are defeated by me. Those schools will be closed until next election or 2029 is coming nearer.
It's still a
Then
threat that you're saying.
Let's say that's a reality.
Okay,
We have
saying that.
we have seen this happening. Look, when people come to politics with the lack of sincerity, they do these things. Let's say, for instance, someone took a motor grader and placed it on a road like the Tomoville road. When the rain is falling so heavily, instead of fixing the road, they damage the road. That cosmetic project. You can use it to fool the people. Another person took a motor grader and placed it on the New Georgia road. I mean, after, according to them,
But
quote unquote,
why you don't want to call
after,
people name? It's not that you're afraid to call them name.
for a while, for a while. I mean, they are actually not my target. They are actually not my target. I consider them to be the right way. But we just have to throw a light on these things, right?
Mhm.
So those people who are implementing those cosmetic programs, we consider them to be insincere politicians. But then, here is it. We run a vocational school that is accredited by the Ministry of Education. Plus or without election, it is going to remain for the next years to come, right? I don't want it's a case where after 5 years, when someone asks any of my students, where did you graduate from? And they think you have to look at the institution. No. So P Institute is the biggest private vocational institution in district number 13. And I'm the CEO and founder of that institution. Yes, I'm married. I've been married for 8 years. And I'm blessed with four lovely children for now. Because I say for now because I'm still young and I'm still hiring.
So how is district number 13, by the way? You want to
Well,
contest?
district number 13, in, in all fairness, is not okay.
You have a lawmaker, you have a sitting lawmaker. How will you say district number 13
No,
is not okay?
the district under the supervision of our current representative is a jobs hub. And in my view, the last time during one of my interviews, I call the current lawmaker the Jobs King Kong. And because the reason why he should be called the Jobs King Kong is the lawmaker feels or think it doesn't support the issue of the growing wave of ghettos across the district. Actions should be taken. He should be in a position to take action so as to curtail the growing wave of drugs and ghettos around the district. But he sits and does nothing about it. So it means he supports what's happening. So because he supported, he has become a king Kong.
Do you have evidence to put for what you're
Gee,
saying that?
I was very clear. If Focal TV is, God forbid, on fire, right?
Yeah.
You as a staff of Focal TV, and you sit and drink beer and do nothing about it, are you not supporting?
No, but I think that is in
Are
another
you
context.
supporting it?
No, I
Because
want
that's
to.
no context. It is very clear.
That's
The
that.
fact that you will be the lawmaker of this district, and you found the growing wave of ghettos across the district, you
Does that
sit
mean
and do nothing about it.
does,
It means you support it.
does,
That's all.
does that mean Mr. Flomo is is a drug smuggler
I did not
by
say
some of you?
I did not say
You
so.
said he's a just icon.
He became a justice icon because he has done nothing to stop the growing wave of drugs. That's what I said. That's what I said. If you sit and do nothing about a situation, it means you support that situation. And if you support it until it becomes or it reaches at a point where it affects the majority of the people, then it means you become a title holder. And he is a title holder when it comes to the green wave of ghettos across our
But
district.
but but you also live in the district. You have been a resident of the district for more than maybe 5 years or 6 years. What have been your own contribution towards that in terms of combating?
He is the leader who was elected by the people.
So you two
Um,
do not have the right. No, no, you have the
You
time to
you
speak.
ask me, I want to answer the way I feel is best to answer, and not the way you want me to answer.
No, it's not. It's not. And it's not the way I want you to answer. But I think we have to give the benefit of the doubt also to
And
those who
that's
are following the
exactly
show.
why I'm here to get the clarity, the needed clarity. Chief, Ayoba Soro has made some effort. I have made some intervention. I established vocational school.
Mhm.
I went to ghettos. I talked to young people who were in some of those ghettos. Took some of them from them, gave them scholarship. Trained them to become electricians, to become plumbers. It's not enough. It is just not enough. You need a concrete action to be taken. And that concrete action cannot be taken by a private citizen like me. That concrete action can only be taken by the authority. And he is the authority of the district. So he should be taking action. We should be buttressing whatever action it takes. But rather, he sits and does nothing about the happenings within the society. I feel hurt. Just now, we were campaigning in the district and we reached one of the ghettos. I mean, I was I was shocked when I entered the ghetto. We met more than 75 young persons in that ghetto. More than 75 young persons. And as per our statistics, We have close to 115 ghettos only in District 13. So if you should have just 50 persons to each ghetto, times 150, imagine how many young persons' life and future has been damaged. And you sit and do nothing about it, and you want us to praise it. No, Ayuba Story is not one of those that are going to praise it. We need to take concrete action. And that's why I've told the people when I'm elected in my first 100 days in office, I swear to God, I'm going to declare war on drugs.
Well,
I'm going to declare a very serious war on drugs. Let the Liberians declare war on Ebola. I'm going to declare war on drugs. Let the world declare war on coronavirus.
talk about
That's the war I'm going to declare.
how you really going to declare war on ghettos or maybe just within the district with are you going to declare war on that without the backings of state security or maybe without the backings of your colleagues of Africa? How you really going to do that?
No, I don't need the backing of my colleagues. I need the backing of the people in my constituencies. That's what I need. In my first 100 days, I'm going to have several consultations. I'm going to have consultations with community leaders. I'm going to have consultation with youth organizations. I'm going to have consultation with student unions and also religious leaders in my community and the joint security. And after all of those consultations, we'll draft a memorandum of understanding and the resolution to ensure we close down all of the ghettos in the district. And after that, we will send communication to the owners of those ghettos, giving them, a time frame of 1 or 2 weeks to relocate their ghettos or close it down from district number 15. When that is not done, I'm going to invite the press, I'm going to invite the joint security. If I enter Tomo village, the community leaders, myself, the young people in the community, the media, and the joint security will move to the ghetto and close it down. That's the word I'm going to declare. So when we close down the ghetto, you found somewhere else to go, but not in District 18. We must make District 18 a safe place for our people to live. We must make it a safe place for the youthful generation of our society and not a just up as it is currently. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, so let's move forward. First off, you want to unseat Mr. Flo. Why why should the people consider Dawda Sware at about this time?
Well, I think the people should be the best judge to determine why.
Nobody.
But
You have to tell the people.
I will give you some
Uh-huh.
I will give you some reasons why I feel that at about this time I should be the one in charge. I'm a reconciler. I'm a magnetic kind of leader. That is why in my camp you have people of almost all of the political parties. Hmm? If you go to Honorable Frumo's camp, I bet you'll not find Unity Partisans supporting him.
So
Right,
you
sorry,
have you have
sorry. I'm
you
not mistaken.
yeah, huh,
Sorry, I
because
just call him Honorable Frumo. I'm so sorry. Representative Frumo, right? I want to be very careful. I don't call just anybody Honorable.
yeah.
Okay, so Representative Frumo, Representative Frumo will never have Unity Partisans.
No, you have Buema Zina, who is from William there, who is the youth chairman there, where in his office.
Youth chairman as well. Unity Party?
Yeah, he's from the United Party.
No,
Buema Zina support the United Party.
no. I'm talking about
Mhm.
officials of the Unity Party in this
Oh, okay,
district.
okay.
You will not have the other people from Unity Party having a supporter or executives of CDC in this district supporting them. That were the other political parties. But I have all of them in my camp. Another thing is, I have come with a well-structured manifesto as it will be, presented to the general public on Sunday. But this coming Sunday, I'll be unveiling my political manifesto in District 13, and it is going to be held at a mini program in the district in Iron Factory at our campaign headquarters. We intend to unveil our manifesto, and Fuka Online TV is also invited so that we can be able to get copy of our manifesto and compare it to any political manifesto and see what it will match us. So our manifesto covers all of the major points. If you look at our campaign manifesto, it is covered by 3 letters. YES. Yes. Yes stands for the youth development, right? And under youth development, we have several programs that we intend to undertake. And you also have the EU, which stands for Empowerment for All. Under Empowerment for All, we also have series of activities intend undertaking, and you have servant leadership, which stands for S. The S stands for servant leadership because we strongly believe to become a successful representative, you must work with and through the people. It is only when you work with and through the people you can gain success. So we have that, and we have drafted, our manifesto in a way that it touches all of the major concerns of the district. We'll talk about the issue of electricity, road connectivity. Imagine Ayuba Sori cannot be a representative of this district and I go for 1 year or 2 years, and the New Georgia rule is still a death trap. When New Georgia is one of the major communities within the district. Ayuba Sori cannot be a lawmaker for 2 years in this district when the Chocolate City rule, Chocolate City that hosts, one of the highest population in this district, when the chocolate, no, and I see our lawmaker going around chewing money on cars and distributing. Why don't you use your hair? God gave you hair to use it. If you have money, you really want to show that you have money, do impactful things. So the people can know that yes, our lawmaker is of essence to us. The money you passing around chonging in communities, giving to people and they insulting you over it, look, just take half of that money and pay the Chocolate City road and give it a very good look and see what you will go to Chocolate City to campaign. The people of Chocolate City will campaign for you. That money, use that money, you pass it around, giving people 30,000, 100,000, 500,000, and I just laugh. All of the money you passing around distributing, use that money and just pay the New Georgia road and give it a very good, look and see what your campaign in New Georgia. If you have the whole of New Georgia or majority of the people in New Georgia and majority of the people in Chocolate City supporting you, you stand a better chance to win election. Rather than going so giving people 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, and you claim you have money. Who advising you? I want to know in that office putting some senses to that guy head to tell him, hey, you gotta be wise. When Ayuba Sori is a lawmaker of this district, the people will feel my impact through my developmental initiative. No, I'm not going to be wasteful. I'm not going to promise anyone say I will come and give you 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. If I visit any institution, what I will do, you tell me what kind of project we can undertake so that that project can be a legacy for that institution. This is the kind of representation we want to bring to the table. And it cannot easily be seen in the others. All of the others wanted to become representative, I mean, are people who, in my view, are lacking the requisite strategies and they are just doing try and error. And because of those things, we feel more qualified to take on the district seat. And when we take on the district seat, district number 13 will boast of our leadership. And maybe we'll partnership with the ND so that 2029 we can all work together to support.
All right, so now let's move up Capitol Hill because almost everything you're gonna be doing is gonna be from Capitol Hill before you switch down to the district. In terms of lawmaking, let's take this step by step. We deal with lawmaking, representation, and oversight. In terms of lawmaking, what are those laws you're going to be making on behalf of the people of this number 13 that will have a positive reflection on the people of the Republic of Liberia?
I've told people when I mean like that, there are few legislations that I will be proposing. Of those legislation, number one, I will ensure I propose a legislation calling for the establishment of vocational school in every electoral district across the country. So if the government of Liberia can within 6 years allocate 73 million, 1 million to build a vocational school in every electoral district, what it does is that it lessens the burden on the inhabitants of those districts. So let's take for instance, if I live here in Tomo village and I I want to do for instance plumbing. I do not have the money to go to any private institution. You have to go NVTC. The transportation from here NVTC 3 times a week is even more. So if the government established a vocational school in your district. It is being managed by the district itself. A lesson is burden on you as a young. It also gives many young persons the opportunity to acquire, education in a way that will be much more easy. So that issue of establishing a vocational school across the country will be one of the very first steps I'll be pushing on the floor of the legislature. Another thing that I will also be advocating for, because I'm also an educator, like I told you.
Mhm.
So one of the things I'll be advocating for is to ensure that in our school system, every high school in Nigeria must include as part of their curriculum at least 6 vocational or skill training programs. So before Ayoba Sori graduates from high school, Ayoba Sori must be at least a professional tailor. Ayoba Sori must be at least a professional plumber. Or Ayoba Sori must be a professional electrician before graduating from high school. So upon graduation from high school, Ayoba will be able to use that particular skill to work and support himself to university. And he doesn't need to wait for the lawmaker to come and give him scholarship to go to university. He doesn't need to wait until 6 months to election for representative candidates to open cosmetic vocational schools. No, the opportunity will be provided by law. So there are other things. I'm also going to propose a legislation to review our current holidays in Liberia. We have got several holidays. Some in my view are irrelevant, and others are very important, but they are not inclusive. So I'm also going to, propose a legislation to review the list of holidays in our country to include the ones that are supposed to be included and to extract the ones that are supposed to be extracted. So these are some of the things I'm going to do when it comes to my, legislative uh, power as given to me by the Constitution of Liberia. So there are other things. I've also told people, do you know Liberia, most of us are very unjust ourselves? If you go to all of the clinics in the country, including government health facilities, most of the people you find at those health facilities are nurse aiders, right? People who got certificates of nursing
Yeah.
aid. But you know what? The government doesn't recognize them. The government says those people are not recognized. In fact, those people are not supposed to practice as per the current health law. But at all of the community clinics, these are the people you found there. So I said, no. What we need to do is to dignify that particular profession. So we will also introduce the legislation to ensure that we establish the National Nursing Aid Commission. And the National Nursing Aid Commission will draft a curriculum for all nursing aid schools across Liberia. And after drafting that curriculum for all nursing aid schools across Liberia, that particular commission will be able to monitor and provide supervision. So if Mohammed here is graduating with a diploma in nursing aid, Mohammed will have an identification to show that yes, government value this particular education and these are XYZ things you're supposed to do at the health facilities. We must regulate. These things are not happening now. No one talking about them. No one care about them. The reason why they don't care because they don't know what happened. When that happened, they add dignity to hundreds and thousands of young persons in the nursing profession. When that happens, it provides job opportunities for hundreds and thousands of Liberians in the nursing profession. And when that happens, it protects hundreds and thousands of Liberians from being, given the wrong medication by people who are not properly trained or people who are incompetent to perform certain tasks. We must protect the life of our people. It's part of our security net. So these are some of the legislations we intend introducing when we are elected. Mind you, I know the others are watching. You'll grab some of them and place it in your platform, but you will not be able to execute the way I have crafted. That's the only difference. So you can copy and paste, but you will not be able to implement the way we have crafted it because we have been in those. We know exactly what have happened. We know the effect. We know the benefit it brings to.
All right. So now, one of those things you talk about, vocational school, and then our parents cry whenever it comes to fees, tuitions. I don't know whether you have anything on your plate, like maybe like subsidies to private institutions, like through the national budget. These things we have seen it times of a number. I don't know whether you have that on your
It is
plate.
it is by law. It is by law. The Ministry of Education is supposed to subsidize private school.
Yeah, but so in the
So
event that your schools within your district are not benefiting from that,
the,
what do you do?
the ministry must answer question why they're not doing it. It's that simple. That's when I'm going to use my oversight responsibility as a lawmaker. Invite the minister to come at the legislature and provide clarity why the schools, the private schools in my district that are paying taxes to government, that are registered by the ministry, are not receiving the legislated, subsidies they're supposed to receive. The minister is not going to go free. Look, Ayuba is going to be a firebrand intellectual.
Even at the capital?
Oh, if at the capital, I might be worse than Yeke. There will be only one difference between Yeke and myself. I will not be abusive, but I will be very vocal. I'm not going to keep quiet on anything that matters for the people. I'm going to speak out, and I'm going to speak on those issues that benefit our people. So you have, for instance, you have companies in our district, right?
Mhm.
You have the pin factory right here, pin factory. They build the pin factory, pave the road from the beginning of the road right to the end of their facility, and say to hell with the rest of the people who live in the community. That's not going to happen. With Ayoba Sorry as lawmaker of the district, your social corporate responsibility must be fulfilled to the people. You cannot look at the one they did right to Chocolate City Junction at that Q factory. Build your facility, do the road from the beginning right to the end of your facility, and say to hell with the rest of the people who live in Chocolate City, the thousands of inhabitants who live in Chocolate City. And Ayuba is a lawmaker, and Ayuba cannot say anything until he can give you something to put in his pocket. That's wickedness. That's sheer wickedness. Ayuba will not accept it. Yeah, Ayuba will not accept it. And this is where maybe I'm going to fall apart with any government that will be the government of the day. I've told my supporters, go and support any presidential candidate of your choice. When you elect me as a representative,
But I think you're supposed to be telling them to go and vote. Your party is putting
no,
a presidential
no, my
candidate.
party does not have presidential
Okay,
candidate. My party does not have presidential
okay,
candidate. So that's why I'm telling them, vote for your candidate.
all right.
Do your evaluation of all of the candidates, the one you feel best suited to become president of Liberia, vote for them. But if that president of Liberia appoint people to various positions, and those people are not doing what they're supposed to do to benefit my constituents,
Mm.
that president must have fall apart because I'll be firing.
Representation. How you intend to tackle that to represent the people at the capital?
I'm going to do it through servant leadership, as I said. I'm going to give ear to the people. I'm going to consult more than I act. So if I visit Focal TV and I want to donate or do a gesture for Focal TV, I should ask the management,
Mhm.
what's the most needed priority,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I cannot come and give you a computer screen when you already have three. If I get something in your storeroom, you're looking for a place to place them. It becomes useless. No, through my representation, I'm going to go with and through the people. I go to the community and consult. And that's why my district office will not be closed. And the current lawmaker district office will close for years. And time for election, they came and open it, and I go invite my people and they tell me I should put it down because it's in front of their district office. And I told them this place is the proper street. It is not anyone's father's property. So no one can tell me to take it down. Because of that, they left that banner and they went around to all of the major intersections and brought down all of my banners. I've done an official complaint to the Liberia National Police. They have said nothing. I'm doing an official complaint to NEC. If nothing is done, we will return fire for fire.
So you means
yes.
to say you're going to put your supporters out too?
Yes. I'm not even saying this in secret. You know why law and order must be maintained? Someone should not feel superior.
No, but you want to lead the people, and then you are leading them on a path of being very violent.
No, not being verbal.
No, but that's what you're trying to say.
No, don't
Because-
tell me what I'm trying to say.
No,
I
no, no,
know
but-
what I'm saying. Chief,
That
hello. If you have a problem, where do you complain?
you reach the state security.
You reach to the law. If the law does nothing, what do you do?
Do you rather think they are not
If
doing
the law
they
does
are not,
nothing, what do you do?
do you rather think they haven't done anything
They haven't
about your
done anything.
case?
I
Have-
complain to them.
Have you gone back
I
to them
complain
to
to
get
them.
to get a final?
I complain to them.
Have you gone back there?
You will let me to complain.
No, you
will let me to complain.
you will have the time.
I complain.
Have you
I
gone
complain
back?
to the Labrador National Police.
Have you gone back to the Labrador National Police to
I complain to the Labrador
No,
National
Chief,
Police.
you have to answer the question
I'm answering your
first.
question. I'm not going to answer question the way you want me to. Mohammed,
Mr. Sorry, you
Mohammed,
have to answer the question
Mohammed,
first.
I'll
Have you
answer
gone
the question.
back? Have you gone back
Trust
to the
me.
Labrador National
Trust me, if
Police?
I don't answer this question, don't invite
No,
me.
but you haven't answered the question.
If I don't answer, don't invite me.
Have you gone back there?
Now, I complain to the Labrador.
No, you have to answer the question first. Have you gone back to the Labrador National Police? Because you have just left an allegation that they have done nothing about it.
Okay.
So it is my responsibility to ask
So
you
if your child
whether you
does
have
something,
gone back.
if your child does something,
No, I don't want you
if
to
your
phrase
child does
this.
something,
Mhm.
and another parent comes and complain to you, and you tell a parent, okay, you tell that parent, I'm going to look into it and get back to you. You expect that parent to come back to follow up. As a responsible father, what do? You live by your promise. The Labrador National Police promised to get back to me. The Tomo Village Depot, they have my complaint there. They promised to get back to me.
Mhm.
For almost a week now, they have not gotten to me. I gave them from now up to tomorrow. If they don't get back to me, Monday I'm doing an official communication to NEC to complain. I will also CC copy the justice ministry. I'm following the legal process.
Mhm.
If all of those processes fail, Chief, then it means they are giving room for reaction. And we're not going to trust
Should
that.
it be that way?
It
that-
should not be that way. That's why the law should not favor certain group of people.
No, but I think you as a leader now, you want to lead the people with intention.
I'm already leading. I don't want to. I'm already leading. I already have my followers. So I don't
Okay.
want to.
All
I'm
right.
already leading.
So you have your followers.
Good.
You are leading them.
Mhm.
They are following you.
Mhm.
They are listening to you every move you make. They follow you to listen to you. So are you trying to say to them that they should come up
If
with
the
an
law
opposite
does not,
reaction?
if the law continues favoritism, there will be reaction.
So who are they
That's
favoring?
it.
So who is the law favoring here in this case? Do you rather think the
Whenever
law is
there
favoring
is
somebody?
whenever there is a complaint, there's an accuser. Okay? Or there's an accusing party.
Mhm. So
What you need to do is to investigate. We have accused the Edward Fromo supporters
Okay.
of being responsible for putting down our banners on the fact that we have an interaction with them when they insisted that we bring down our banner at Iron Factory. Because of our refusal, that is why we strongly believe they went ahead and brought down all of our banners at every other major location. New Georgia Junction banner, Simaco banner, Chocolate City. When you go right here to what's the place name?
Battery factory?
No, not Battery Factory. Right across the bridge, right? Cow Factory.
Cow factory.
You go to Jamaica Road, Bema, Freeport. Nearly 10 of our banners that brought everything down overnight. That's sheer wickedness. I think politics, in my view, should be a competition of ideas. Bring on the table what you can do for the people. I bring on the table what I can do for the people, and the electorate decide what is best for them, and not to go violent. So when we have people who think they have control over violence, you will have to tell them that, hey, Liberia belongs to everyone, and no one is more Liberian than the other.
Oh, Mr. Sorry, don't you think that you're sounding more brutal?
I'm not sounding brutal. I'm being realistic. Why Liberians don't like people to be real?
No, I'm just asking you.
I don't know how to fake things. I'm telling you,
But
if the
so,
Liberian National Police does nothing about my case, I will forward my case to the NEC. And I will also do a communication to Justice Ministry and wait for their feedback. If the Justice Ministry and the NEC does nothing about my case, it means they're telling me I should react. And I will react.
so what to say? This is Ayuba Dawuda Sare. We've been knowing him for the past time. He is a very intelligent young man, smart. He had the potential to lead us, to represent us in whatsoever capacity. Now, you sit on this platform, you see such a thing that in the event that you do not get redress, necessary redress, You will
I will
tell your
react.
supporter to
I will
react.
react.
Is this the Dawda story we
Oh yes,
envisage?
this is the Dauda story. This is the Dauda story who believes that the law must not favor
Okay,
anyone.
so is this the Dawda story that we envisage to see
This
a
is
counter reaction?
exactly the Dauda story. When
In,
you elect
in a
me,
counter
listen,
reaction.
when you elect me,
A Dawda story
when
in
you
a counter
elect me
reaction?
as representative of this district,
A Dawda story in a counter response?
we come to respond.
No, but what you just said.
You try to make a hill out of a valley. I'm telling you, there are procedures to follow. Chief, I can remember vividly 2018 representative election in this district.
Mm.
There was a very huge violence, right?
Yeah.
And it led to injuries,
Yes. Yeah.
loss of life and death.
Yeah.
Some people think they are authority over violence. Some people think they were born to be violent. And so they look at that, their authority, and apply it on peaceful Liberians who are going by their business. I'm saying the law should not favor any particular group of people. I'm saying every Liberian should be protected by the law of this country. I'm saying there should be no single Liberian who should be excluded or treated extraordinarily. The law is the law, it must be applied to all. But if the law becomes biased, it gives room to counter reaction. That's the reality. You take it, fine. You don't take it, fine. But that's the reality. The law must be fair, and everyone must be treated equal. You you can go to NEC and pay your money. I go to NEC and pay my money. You go to other places and pay your taxes. I pay my taxes, and you think you want to override because you are the current lawmaker. You have authority
Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
All right, so folks, sorry, welcome back. We are so sorry for the break in. We apologize. We sincerely apologize to all of our viewers for what just transpired. And thank God that we are back. Our producer was able to bring us back. So, welcome back. We are in conversation with Mr. Dauda Soare, who is a representative candidate and he is contesting on the National Development Party. He wants to unseat in Cuban lawmaker Representative Papi Flomo of District Number 13. So wherever you're following us, this is the Focal on TV, and we like to officially remind you that we have less than 2 months to go to the pool to elect the new breeds of leaders that are going to be representing us for the next 6 years. So Mr. Soyo, welcome back. Welcome back. So we were on the issue of concerning your banner being torn off from those various points that they were placed. And I think we were at a transition point on that where we were wrapping up on that. So now let's move to why you left the All Liberian Coalition Party, because I know you're supposed to be a member of the All Liberian Coalition Party, which is ACO, that is headed by former Finance Minister Lucien Camara. And now you are with the National Development Party. During the unveiling ceremony, I think the unveiling ceremony that was held at Aluminum Factory, you were there, you marched with your supporters, your followers, they were in solidarity with you. So what went wrong that you are not on the ticket of ACO, but rather NDP?
So politics, those of us who come to politics, we must come with sincerity. I told you there are a few factors why I left ACO. Of those factors, one, I saw the lack of readiness on the part of ACO. On grounds that you cannot have an opposition political party wanting to unseat the incumbent, and that political party says nothing about the governance of the state. And that
because most often I listen to your former chairman.
That political party says nothing about the governance of the state. And you can have a political party. The chairman of the political party will go and sit on media institution, platform, and represents on the sitting government. So it implies to me you just want to use the masses' support to later on declare your support for your side. But your side is not the side of the masses. And we are the leader of the masses. We did not come in politics to betray the masses. We can't. I mean, I can't tell people I want to be a voice at the legislature, then I can speak against issues happening in my own political institution. I mean, I'm not sincere. I spoke against it several times. They didn't listen, they didn't take any action. So I had no option but to walk away. And that's why I left ACO.
Do you think the NDP can give you the representative position?
I really do not need a political party to become representative.
So then why are you contesting on a political party?
Because in my view, contesting on a political party is much more convenient to me at this point than going as independent candidate. But believe me, the people of district, the work I have done in District 13, the constituents I have built and developed in District 13 is enough to make me lawmaker.
You really think so?
No, I am the next lawmaker.
No, but until we can go to the
If I were to come and sit here before you on the same day next year, I will be speaking to you as a lawmaker of the district.
You really think so?
100% sure.
Do you think the mass voters in the district gonna go in your interest?
Chief, even if the mass does not vote for whether to become a business. This is the one I'm saying. 30% vote for me. 70% vote against me. But that 30% is the higher of the remaining percentage on the lawmaker of the district. You know that? So if the 70%, if the current lawmaker takes 20, the other people takes 10, 5, and divide it among themselves, and I get 30% on the lawmaker. So you do not need to struggle for the mass of the people. What you need to struggle for is a convincing lead on the basis of simple majority. I'm sure that with what I have done, the work I have done, the number of lives I have impacted since 2019 up to current, if we were to go to election today, I give us the next lawmaker of the district. And the ghettos people will be worried.
Why are you so?
Oh, I'm so.
Why are you so bitter with the guys from the
ghetto
ghettos?
people, the ghetto owners, the operators of the ghettos will be worried.
Are you not putting yourself at risk?
At risk of what? One life to live. At risk of what? No, I'm not. Someone must sacrifice something to save a group of people.
All right. So before we can go to the launch to take calls or read those questions from our comment sections.
I know the coloring guys are commenting.
So, if you were to have a conversation with Representative Elder Papi Flomo, what are those recommendations you're going to put forth to him?
Well, I think it is late. But if he had given me that opportunity initially, I could have recommended to him that he should forget about contesting and support me.
So is that a recommendation? Because you talk about the district not being okay, the district have been it was
That's
in
the
terms
reason
of
why. That's the reason why I would recommend to him to forgo his ego of wanting to recontest and support. That's the best recommendation I could have given him. Because that will save his face from the disgrace that he's about to witness after October 10th. Because I will beat him with nothing less than 500 votes.
Are you ready?
Margin.
Are you ready to show of the 500 votes margin?
100% sure. 100% sure.
So we get, in fact, we get you on record already for that.
Keith, I'm going to beat Edward Papi Flomo with nothing less than 500 votes margin. In this district,
Okay. You as an opposition figure, the president is going to be making his way to the district tomorrow. What do you make of the presence of the president coming here tomorrow?
The president is the president of the Republic of Liberia. I've told my supporters who are citizens, congratulations. In fact, when the president comes, I will propose a welcoming statement to the president on behalf of citizens.
Will you be present? Will you be there?
I can vote. You know what? I can vote it for political reasons.
Or someone could say you need solidarity.
No. I know for good the current lawmaker will be there with a gang of hooligans.
I think that those words are very hard for them. I think if we can say his supporters or his followers.
Keith, they got people who are moderately supporting him, and they got people who are violently supporting him. We have encounter with them. I'm not saying these things because I want to talk. We have face-to-face encounter with them, and we know the kind of people they are. So I got no other description of them. I know they will be there. So if they see Ayuba Suare going there, it might appear somehow. Besides, if Ayuba Suare should go there, the Unity Party supporters who are supporting me will feel I'm also supporting the president.
Okay.
It might drive them away. When Ambassador Boga comes there, I will post a welcome statement for you, welcome to District 13. I will not go there because going there will mean to the seditionists who are supporting me that I'm supporting Ambassador Boga. And that's why I end up the presidential candidate. I've told my followers you are at liberty to look between the presidential candidates and decide the one of your choice. So I cannot take side at this point of the election. It will be a betrayal to the people who are supporting me. But after the election, after the first round election, I know there will obviously be a runoff election. The people of the district, the supporters of Honorable Sari and myself will sit and decide to look among the two that will go to the final and decide between them. And that's what will make a decisive decision who to support.
All right. So lastly, I think it was last Sunday, Mr. Cummins, who is the standard bearer of the ANC, and he is contesting on the CPP ticket.
Yeah.
He paid. Should I say he paid a visit or you invited him to a program, your graduation program where you graduated students?
Yeah.
And there is this wild allegation in the public. There's a lot of speculation in the public that you asked Mr. Cummins to endorse you as a representative candidate, and then while the ANC or the CPP have their candidate within the district.
It's valuable, right? Me, ask Mr. Kupe to endorse me.
That's why we've been hearing the
If, with what due respect, Mr. Kupe needs me more than I need him.
You think he needs you over his candidate within the
You
district?
know what I mean? Mr. Kumi, Ambassador Bokai, Ambassador Weah, those presidential candidates, they need me more than I need them.
You also need them too.
They need me more than I need them.
How they need you more than you?
Because I have gathered my own followings. I have a constituency.
They too also have their own
They
affairs.
have candidates in the district already. Why would Mr. Kumi have a candidate in the district that are going for endorsement on a doesn't make sense?
Did you ask Mr. Cummins for
No,
endorsement?
never. And I would not.
So what Mr. Cummins was doing
Mr.
at
Kumi
your
went
program?
as chief, he went as keynote speaker at our graduation ceremony. And here is it. Presidential candidates who made themselves available must be made use of. Mr. Kumi and myself have got no close relations, we have got no close friendship. Some of his supporters who are members of our team assured us that to convince him to come and attend our graduation ceremony. So we gave them the opportunity because, like I told you, we have people from all of the political parties who are supporting our camp. So if you have a group of your supporters say, we want our political leader to attend your program, and you can turn this kind of request down. Because doing so, we make them go against them. So we gave them the opportunity. And Mr. Kobe came and said, as he was speaking. But hey, the lady who was supporting Mr. Kobe, or who is on Mr. Kobe's party seeking petition, did not complain. It is everyone from people who are running with this propaganda. Why are they so worried about me?
You rather think she did not complain?
No, she can. I mean, I'm quite sure they have their political honesty. The people who are complaining are the Edward Fromo supporters. The people who are complaining are the, Unity Party, Cornelius supporters.
So you received $50,000
From who?
What was the intent of that?
From who?
From senatorial candidate?
No, I did not receive a cent. I did not receive a cent from anyone.
From Mount Victoria?
No, I did not. Victoria did pledge. Victoria is a board member of our school.
Okay.
Victoria became a board member long even before she became candidate on the CPP ticket. So she pledged the amount of $50,000 to support the institution. This institution did not receive a cent from anyone during that program.
All right.
Yeah, she made a pledge. And when the pledge comes, it will be used by the institution to recruit as many young persons as possible to go and learn. That's what we are into. We're looking for opportunities for young persons. Even if Mr. Kumia brought $100,000, we are going to use it to recruit as many young persons as possible to go and learn. That's our interest. We want young people to be empowered. So I don't see any big deal with that. My supporters are cool with it.
All right. So my supporters are cool with whatsoever thing that went on Sunday. So that is the voice of Mr. Doug So we have in our studio here. We've been here since 5 o'clock. It's now 6:13, so we have less than 10 minutes to be here. So the numbers to call on is 0770 13 13 18. You can also call to WhatsApp if you are outside of the country. On the local line, you can call 0778 39 57 12, 080 77 95 44. You can place your call through these numbers and then we will get you live. So while we are still awaiting calls, we will acknowledge those who are following us via our Facebook Live. We have Kaylin October. I'm following. So let me take the first question. Hello, Chief. Welcome. Okay.
No, you got,
No, he did not say.
No, you're not listening, sir.
Hello. Mr. Suarez said he gonna send a communication to NEC and he will ceasing copy and he will ceasing copy he will ceasing copy he will ceasing copy the Ministry of Justice. That was there.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much. All right. So I think you get the question from him. State the plan method to eradicate ghettos.
Well, I think I did so.
Yeah, so let me just notify our guests,
Okay.
our followers, then we will come to the question. So Little Toba is following Ambassador Bill Frank, following from 34th Street in Little Miami. Rufus Devon Brooks following from the compound of Prom FM. Rufus Devon Brooks, he classify your development as a quick impact project. That is a quick impact project that is on. Matthew comment following from District Number 13, Rufus Devon Brooks. I have asked him that question already. Mohammed J. Sharif, forced to win. Leader Swari, a victory show. S. Amos Tama, following from ABJ Foundation. Bill Frank, bunch of political fallacies. So that's all we have for our comment section. So you can respond to the question.
Okay.
Because that's why you answered that question previously, but then I think the brother wants to know
Okay.
how you intend to eradicate that. What are
So,
those methodologies?
Thank you. Like I said, Chief, I'm going to do it through consultative leadership. I'm going to have meetings with community leaders, youth groupings, student groupings, religious leaders, and also state security apparatus. After having those consultative dialogues with them on the way forward, we will then craft a resolution that will be fully implemented.
Oh,
That's how
I think I will hold you there. Let me okay the other person. Hello? 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 Yeah, welcome, sir. I'm okay. Hello, make your point, Chief. Welcome. Go ahead, sir.
So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to have consultations. And after all of those consultations, we'll then take action as agreed by those who attended those consultations. So what the community leaders would agree to, the religious leaders, the students and youth groupings, we will craft a resolution and then we will enforce said resolution because we are the messenger of the people. What the people want is what we will do. So in regards to your question about inciting violence, I don't see my comment as being insightful. I see it as being,
Let me just hold you a minute and just take this. This will be the last call. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Yeah, go ahead, sir. How long the man said he been running the school since 2019? How long he been running the school? Can you prove to that the school been in existence since 2019? Oh man, I hope you're not in team. That's sorry that you are calling the different bossman. All right, thank you so much. All right, yes sir.
so thank you. What I don't do is when I'm appearing on radio, for instance, yeah, you take your course. That's why you announce a lot of it.
Hello. Yeah, welcome, bossman. Your name, sir? From where? Okay. You're loud and clear. Do you think Mr. Sorry can make district number 30 a better place? How do you think he's going to do that? All right. So thank you so much. You got Mr. Sorry nodding his head, saying yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. All right. All right. So we're not going to take any calls because we are pressed of time. So you can just provide your parting comment on that.
Thank you. So,
Yeah.
like I was saying, what we try to do is to ensure that everyone is protected. Because believe me, it started with Ayuba Suare, right?
Yeah.
Few days later, I saw what's the guy name?
Solomon Chipo and that
People also complaining.
Oscar Mena.
Oscar also
Yeah.
complaining.
Yeah.
If only the police had taken action, I'm quite sure these things will not continue. What's the essence of bringing down another person's banner? In my view, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Support your candidate, sell your candidate. If you think your candidate is the best, go in the community and canvass for your candidate and let the others be. But the fact that you will sit and consider, bringing down other people, banners, is something defeat. Nobody should be doing it. No one should be doing it.
You've been sounding so confident.
I'm Chief.
You've been sounding so confident. Why in case the result doesn't go your way?
I don't even want to think negative. I'm a man of positivity.
No, but maybe the result might
See,
not go
there's
your way.
nothing called maybe in this election. In this election, there's nothing called maybe in this election.
But
I've done my work. I've done my work. I know what I want. And I'm telling you, with our ongoing engagement, plus our past engagement on the date of election, the only name you'll be hearing in this district will be Ayuba Sorry, Ayuba Sorry. When I'm getting 300 votes on places, some people will be getting 50, 25, 30. That's how it's going to be like.
So before we take a leave of you, who do you think is a major contender in the process?
It's obvious. The Ikuben will be. The reason is he's an Ikuben.
Okay.
He has the support of the sitting government. He has the resources. So he will compete with us.
With the exception of him, do you think
No,
threatened
but
by any
the
other
others
person?
are just participants.
Wow.
If I may, participants.
They go into the process then.
They
Why
are
are you
mere
referring to them as members?
participants. They are participating in the process.
Why are you referring to them that way?
Because I know they're not going to put on any.
No, but I think they are candidates like you, so why would you be calling
Chief,
them participants?
They are candidates who are participating.
So you're referring to them as
They
participants.
will prepare themselves after my 2 terms, then they come in contest. I'm going to win this election. I'm going to work very hard. 2029, I'll be re-elected. And after that, I'm going to officially turn the district over to the residents of the district to elect another person, and I'll sit back and watch. So they can come and learn from my experience. And that's how I'm going to do. I'm going to make this district a district where the other people will be jealous of. People making reference to the lawmaker of District 13. Can you see what District 13 lawmaker doing for his people? That's the kind of representation I want to provide for my people. So I like to close on the note. We appreciate you so much for the show. I think it was interactive. You asked all of the tough questions. We also appreciate your followers, the founder of this institution. I think it is a good project, and we hope you keep it up because all of us must contribute to our district. I can recall during one of my campaign trip in Patrick Factory around there, and I met a group of ladies. That was somewhere around 2020, and they told me, "Okay, we have heard you. So we will ask Andy whether you're not coming back to contest. If any contesting will not support you, but if any not contesting will support you, that's somewhere around the battery factory.
Yeah, I think 30th Street there.
Boom.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, this is Andy on the choice. So later on, I mean, after he was saying that he is not contesting for me, and they officially gave me their support. So I currently enjoy their support. The support that's what I'm currently enjoying. So yes, I like to say thank you, Alice. Look, everywhere you work, there must be somewhere where people can be reference to you, right? So he's doing pretty good work, except that 2029 is united because I've been contesting. I've been contesting for my second term. Maybe for my work, you support me. I know he's an understandable person. You support me for the work I'll be doing. And I like to say thanks to my first time voters. Hey, that's powerful. You can try anything but that my first time voters. Network is getting bigger and bigger. We have close to 1,000 persons who are part of the network community. The leaders are first time voters. But I'm Messenger. Messenger could not host everyone. We moved to WhatsApp. WhatsApp space got small. We have to open additional WhatsApp groups to include other first time voters. So the guys are recruiting and they are doing extremely well. We like to appreciate all of them. The management of this institution. Thank you. And the good people of District 13, thank you. I'm number 12 on the ballot. I will not forget. I'm number 12 on the ballot. Don't bother yourself to come. Get low for the mail with the white hat. I'm the only person to get white hat on my head. As soon as you reach to the mail with the white hat, you put the carrot mat there and ask yourself for the next 6 years you will enjoy the representation.
All right, so thank you so much for the next 6 years. You're going to enjoy better representation once you elect Mr. Dauda Sware, according to him. Not me say so. That is the voice of Mr. Dauda Ayuba Sware. He's been here since 5 o'clock. It is now 6:27. So I am your regular Thursday Frank. So we hope to be back here next Thursday at about this time, from the same time, 5 to 6. We will be here next Thursday as we bring those who wants to unseat the lawmaker, as we bring the motorcyclists, the tricyclists, the Sansu boys, the keke riders, the taxi drivers, the school proprietor and school proprietress. We're going to bring them on our platform as we go through on October 10th of this year. This is how I like to say thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for following. My name is Mohammed Kanneh. Do have yourself a pleasant day.